The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
So, Donald Trump has exposed how do I put this? A ridiculous thing. Really, when it comes down to it, it's ridiculous. Crazy, right? Donald Trump launches this big, full-scale assault on Iran. Kills up all their leadership, right? Now we make a deal, right? And they're fucking around, being retarded, doing what they do. We're going to open the strait. We're going to close the strait. We're going to open the strait. We're going to shoot on ships now. Right? Donald Trump sets up this blockade. All this wild shit's going on. And what's happening with our allies? Like Germany sent out a ship. I think France sent out like a ship. The UK has decided that they will wait to see who wins and then side with them, I guess. I don't fucking know. But the UK doesn't really fucking have anything to send. They got like a couple of old derelict ships that are just barely floating. I guess they could send out, but most of the Royal British Navy is dog shit. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have any ships really to support their aircraft carriers, so they got fucking nothing. Like, they if they were to send an aircraft carrier down there, we would have to waste a whole bunch of our ships defending it. Don't bother, right? And I look at all these videos where they're talking about if the whole world were to fight the U.S., what would happen, and this, that, and the other thing, and all these ships that we've had. Like, we've got as many aircraft carriers for our country as exist. If every other country in the world totaled up all of their aircraft carriers, we have more. If every other country in the world totaled up all of their fucking destroyers, we have more. If they totaled up all of their helicopters, we have more. Tanks, we have more. Like, we've got twice as much as every other fucking country in the world combined, practically. Except for, like, China and Russia. You take out China and Russia, and we win, hands down, times 2. Fuck you, right? It's ridiculous military. And I see all of these ground forces moving all throughout the European Union. All these different countries are getting all of these warriors coming into their fucking country, doing terrible fucking things. And what do? Send out some bobbies to go and hit them with a stick, maybe. And maybe that does something, and maybe they beat the bobbies to death. Right? I look at every other country's ability to defend itself, and I'm like, holy shit, we really are the world police. Like, when the entirety of the world at some point decided, oh, well, the U.S. is just going to take care of everything, why should we bother to maintain our shit? Like, that's where we are. What the fuck? And it reminded me. You guys know I love Terry Goodkind and the Sword of Truth novels, right? They're very, very good novels. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried to read one of those novels, you really, really should. At least read from Wizard's First Rule all the way through to Confessor, right? If you don't want to read the books after Confessor, fine. Honestly, shit kind of goes downhill from there. But from Wizard's First Rule to Confessor, some of the best novels I've ever read in my life. And, oh boy, are they like very relevant to the modern day. It's almost like reading the Bible. I'm reading the Bible, right? I'm up to Matthew. I'm reading the book after I finished Matthew last weekend. I will be reading past Matthew this weekend. And as I read the Bible, I see kind of the stories, and I kind of think about them, and I go, man, that really kind of applies to a lot of what's going on today, right? And I read the Terry Goodkind novels, and I think to myself, man, a lot of this shit really applies to today. Now, mind you, it's crazy, wild, sword and sorcery, magic world, and all that kind of shit, magic swords and shit and whatnot. But it's good. It's a good series, right? In the book, Soul of the Fire, I believe, Richard's fighting against the chimes. This doesn't matter. What matters is that they wind up going, as they're searching for the source of the chimes, they wind up going to this city called Andereth, right? Andereth is populated by two different types of people, right? There's Anders and there's Haken, right? The Anders are essentially the nobility, and the Haken are essentially slaves, right? First, let me give you a little history of the Anders and the Haken. The Haken used to be like barbarians, and they came into Andereth and conquered that shit. And then Andereth, the Anders, taught the Hakens that they're all just fucking evil. Because they're Hakens, they're evil. Hakens are evil barbarians, and all they ever do is hurt people. So you should be slaves because you're just bad people. And over generations, the Hakens were like, man, this is a good point. And they essentially decided to just become slaves. Because why not? They were talked into it. Interesting, isn't it? How a slick-tongued group of people can convince everybody to just be fucking retarded and think that they're evil just because they're white, they're black, they're whatever, man, woman, right? Interesting. Applies to today. Very weird. And so, we fast forward some time, and now you've got Richard, main character of the story, the Daharan Empire. They're trying to take over all of the New World so that they can marshal the forces of the New World to fight against the Order, the Imperial Order. And they're from the old world, and they're bad guys, good versus evil, ta-da, right? So Richard goes to Andereth, and he's like, well, while we're here, searching for the chimes, we can take the time to kind of like try and get the Anders, the people of Andereth on our side, And the Imperial Order, they sent, emissaries up to Andereth to kind of coordinate with them, right? And part of the Anders deciding to join with the Order is they started putting children in control of the Domini Dirch. Now, what are the Domini Dirch? They're big magic bells. And when you ring a Domini Dirch, everything in front of it that hears that chime fucking dies. And I mean, it's gruesome. The skin just sloughs off a motherfucker and they just pretty much melt. It's wild. But they're big bells. And they're hundreds of them ringed all around the city, right? And anybody can just grab big old mallet, fucking ring the bell. You know what I mean? So why not? Let's put literal children, like 14, 15-year-old kids. Let's make them the military. And we'll put them in charge. So, you find out, you follow the story of Beta. And she goes to join the military. And they do, really, real good training. I was like 2 weeks. 2 weeks of having them just run at stuffed straw men with swords, right? Practice taking the big old mallet out of the thing and holding it, and, be like, and then put it back in. That's how we do that, in case we need to ring the bell, right? And they're all gassed up on how important it is that they're in the military now, and some of them are Hakens, so, if I do really good here in the military, I might get to become a citizen, and then I can have rights. I'm like, you hear this whole story, and like, the way that Terry Goodkind writes it, you kind of go, well, yeah, of course, okay, well, it doesn't take much to ring a bell. So, sure, I guess, if you don't really need to train a military, and then got a big bell, fuck it, you have kids in charge. And then later on in the story, Richard's talking to Callan about Andreth. What are these people like? And she tells him all about them, and she says, what are the defenses of the city? The Domina Dirch. Oh, what are those? Big nasty bells. Oh, okay, cool. So they just have the big bells and that's it? Oh, no, they have a really good military. Like, their military is fucking second to none. We could really use their help. So, okay. We find out, years ago, there's just kids now. It's just children running around with toys. And the Order is sneaking in all of these bad guys into Andreth. Special soldiers, right? They're all coming across the Domini Dirch. And then one day, they decide, all right, time to take the city. And all the actual soldiers walk up to all the kids and just kill all the kids and take control of the bells. Because they allowed their military to just weaken to the point where they were just conquerable. Like, super easy conquerable. What defense do you have? We're already in the city. The shit you can do is now we can decide who gets to come in. Crazy, isn't it? Reminds me of the UK. The whole European Union, really. They get all these people that just not compatible to Western society, and they bring them all in. Just like when the Anders allowed all of the Order soldiers to just come on in. And then finally it's like Donald Trump is like Richard in this. And he's going to fight the Order. He's going to fight all the crazy radical Muslim fucking terrorist assholes in Iran. And he's like, hey, y'all should come help us. And Keir Starmer and all the other representatives of the European Union are like, no. We're full of bad guys. We have no military anymore. We can't send ships down to help you blockade the straits. We ain't got none. You take care of that kind of stuff. What are we supposed to do? And here's the kicker. We're energy independent again. Drill, baby, drill. We don't need fucking oil coming out of the straits. Why would we? No, that's what the fucking European Union is using. That's what China's using. They're using fucking oil that's coming from through there. Donald Trump is trying to free up their ability to get oil and gas and power. And they're just sitting around going, we got a bunch of kids sitting out here running the bells, huh? It's just crazy how art imitates life. It's just very interesting. The comparisons between that book and the fucking world. Like, it just seems that every other nation in the world has just allowed their military might to diminish to the point where they ain't got nothing. How could they help us? Again, France sent a boat. Germany sent a boat. That's two. Cool. That'll really bolster the 7 or 8 fucking aircraft carriers that we have, and now we got a solid 10. Great. Like, but isn't that kind of a crazy thing to think of? Like, we are the military might on this planet. We really need to get our shit together. We really need to just deal with the troublemakers in our country and tell them all to sit down and shut the fuck up. No, you don't get to vote anymore because you're irresponsible. You're not invested enough in the country. No. We need to figure something out. Deal with the shitheads. And we need to keep voting in people that are not shitheads. That'll fucking do good things and make us stronger. You want to know why? Because we're all the world fucking has at this point. We are the fucking world. We are the future. We are the ones to make a brighter day. I don't remember the rest. But, I mean, that's it. We're not the world police. We are the world empire. Everybody looks to us for everything. All the countries of the EU are all sorts of pissed off at Donald Trump because he's attacking Iran. Are they doing anything about it? No. Keir Starmer's making TikToks about it. Fuck him. He's a retard. He ain't doing shit. He's not helping us. He's not defending them. Donald Trump really just has license to do whatever the fuck he wants. Who's going to stop him? And if we leave NATO, I mean, think about that. 90% of the military bases in the world are American bases. If we leave NATO and move all of our personnel out of those bases, again, it becomes Sword of Truth series. We can conquer the world for the safety of the world, or we can let bad people. We can let China, or Russia, or Iran, or anyone in North Korea. We can let them conquer the fucking world. It's so disappointing. Like, it's so disappointing. You realize that it was so simple for so long. We attack Iran. Iran attacks fucking everybody. And everybody goes, well, what are you going to do about it? And we went, I guess we'll keep doing what we're doing. Are you going to help us? You know, this is kind of your problem more than ours. You guys are relying on their oil. They're fucking with you. They're bombing you right now. I haven't heard of one bomb from Iran making it to the United States. Weird. No, they're bombing all of you. What do you want to do? This is your problem. You've allowed your problem to fester to the point where now we gotta fucking do something about it. So are you gonna help us? No? Great.